Hello students, today we are going to discuss the practical number 7 for the class 11 subject computer science. We have already discussed the 6 practicals in this series. If you didn't watch those practicals, I will recommend please go and watch those practical because it will help you understanding this practical easily. Okay, I will strongly recommend to watch the practical number 6 and practical number 5 because these are the practicals that are very similar to this series. In those practicals I have solved some of the series like 1 plus x square plus dash 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 plus action, and then another series I have solved 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus dash 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 plus or minus xn. So these are the series I have already solved in these practical number 5 and 6. And in practical 4, if you don't know how to calculate x square and xn, then please go and watch the practical number 4 in which I have shown you how to calculate the power of the n of the x. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please go watch these practicals and come back to here. It will make this practical very simple for you to understand. Okay, so what we are going to discuss today, we are going to discuss the problem first, and then we are going to discuss the steps to solve the problem. Okay, then what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss the Python code, equivalent Python code. Then what we are going to do, run code in spider editor. Okay, spider editor we will run this code, and if you are using any other editor like ideally Jupyter, Sublime, it will also work in that editor and demonstrate it. Okay, I will run and show you how to run this program and analyze. Okay, so let's get started without any further delay. First thing is to problem. Given the value of x and n, you are supposed to calculate sum of below series. What is the series given? Series is given x plus x square minus x cube divide 2 divide 3 plus x4 divided by 4 minus x5 divided by 5 plus x6 divided by 6 and minus so on up to xn divided by n. This is the basically series that we need to solve for the particular given value of x and n. Let's suppose I have already shown you how to solve the series in my previous videos. For new students, I am just telling in a summary that how to calculate the value of this series if x value and n value is given. Let's suppose x value is given 2, n value is given, let's suppose 5. Then how this series will be solved? This series will go up to n equals to 5. That means 5 terms of this series will come. This is known as terms: 1 term, 2 term, 3 term, 4 terms, or 5 terms. So if n is past 5, then up to 5th term we need to put the value of x and solve. So up to 5 term, what is the series? X plus x square by 2 minus x cube by 3 plus x4 divided by 4 minus x5 divided by 5. Now what we will do, n is 5, that's why we have taken up to 5 only. If n is 6, then we need to take up to 6. If n is 7, then we need to further x raised to power n we need to calculate. Okay, so now we will put the value of the x equals to, so 2 plus 2 raised to power 2 divided by 2 minus 2 raised to power 3 divided by 3 plus 2 raised to power 4 divided by 4 minus 2 raised to power 5 divided by 5. How to calculate 2 raised to power 2? 2 raised to power means multiply 2 by 2 times. 2 raised to power 3 means multiply 2 by 3 times. 2 raised to power 4 means multiply 2 by 4 times. Okay, this is how you can calculate 2 raised to power 4. So 2 plus 2 raised to power 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 minus 2 raised to power 3 is 8. 8 divided by 3 plus 2 raised to power 4 is what? 16 divided by 4 minus 2 raised to power 5 is what? 32 divided by 5. So add those. 2 plus 4 divided by 2 is 2 minus 3 divided by 8 will be somewhere 3 to just 6 and 2.66 plus 4 divided by 16 divided by 4 will be 4 minus 32 divided by 5 will be 5 6 the 30, and then 5 4 the 20, 6.5. If you add those and calculate, it will be the result of this particular given value x equals to 2, n equals to 5, the series. Let's suppose x value is given, let's suppose 2, and n value is given, let's suppose 8. Then how this series will be solved? Up to nth term we need to add. So x plus x square divided by 2 minus x cube divided by 3 plus x4 divided by 4 minus x5 divided by 5 plus x6 divided by 6 minus x7 divided by 7 plus x8 divided by 8. Up to 8 term we need to solve. We will solve very similar to what we have solved here. 2 plus x value, put 2 raised square 2 minus 2 cube by 3 plus 2 raised to power by 4 minus 2 raised to power 5 by 5 plus 2 raised to power 6 by 6 minus 2 raised to power 7 by 7 plus 2 raised to power 8 by 8. Now solve this series and you will get the answer. This series you need not to solve manually. I am just giving you the idea how to solve this. We will be writing a Python program to automatically solve this series. If you are going to write the Python program for this series, what needs to take is what we need to do. We need to apply the for loop and calculate up to nth term. We need to apply a for loop and we will execute this for loop up to nth term what the user has entered. Let's say user has entered 5, then we need to calculate the 5 terms and then we need to add those. Now if you notice, whenever the power of the x is square, whenever the power of the x is in even number, in that case we are adding the number. This thing you need to notice. If the power of the x is in the even number, if power of x is even number, what we need to do? We need to add the term in series. Add the term in series, because these are known as terms. This is one term, this is two term, this is two term, this is four term, this is fifth term, this is sixth term. These are known as terms. If you don't getting these ideas, please go and watch practical number 5, 6, so that there I have explained in very detail. You can get the idea from there. If you are not getting anything, I am trying to show you, even though, although if the power of the x is odd, power of the x is odd number, in that case, let's suppose this is the odd number. In that case, what is happening? We are subtracting the term in series. This is the exceptional case. In this case only the power of x is 1 and we are not subtracting it. So this is the odd thing. This is the odd man out. This is the only term that is having the odd power of x and it is getting added. Don't worry, we will keep this term separate, and then we will, what we will do, we will apply the for loop from 2. We will apply the for loop from 2 to n means up to nth term, and then after 2 what is noticed, it is being noticed that after 2, or after the, if the value of the n is greater than 1, then we are adding the terms. If the power is even and if power is odd, then we are subtracting. Okay, for x equals to, for if the term n value is 1 on in only that case we are adding the term. Okay, x raised to power 1 is always 1 and power of 1 is here odd. In that case we are adding the term. This is the only term that we are adding if the power of x is odd. In other cases like x raised to power 3, x raised to power 5, x raised to power 7, we are subtracting it. Okay, so remember this. As per, by taking these things in mind, we will write our logic. Okay, so let me go ahead and write the logic. So we will write the logic here. Okay, So what we need to write here, just see. So what we need to do, we need to take the value of the x from the user using input method. We will take, it may be anything, and value we will take from the user, we will take it anything from the user. Now what we need to do, we need to create a sum variable, sum equals to some variable, some value, let's suppose 0 in this case. In if you are not getting anything, then please go and watch practical number 5 and 6, it will give you some idea. Now what we need to do, this is exceptional case we need to handle. If the value of the n, let's suppose try to execute this for loop for I in range. In previous cases what we were doing, we were writing like this. In this case we will not write like this. What we need to do, because if we write this logic, if I percent 2 equals to 0, if the power of the x is even number, this is the logic to check whether the I is even or odd. In that case what we were doing, in case previously what we were doing, we were sum plus equals to, and then what we need to do, calculate the power of xi can calculated by x double star I, then what we need to do, then divide it with value I, because in previous cases we were not dividing because our series were very simple. In that case we need to divide also with the same number I, that is the power. You notice that 2 is there, then we are dividing it with 2, 3 is there, then we are dividing it with 3, 4 is there, then we are dividing with 4, 5 is there, then we are dividing it with 5. That means whatever the power value will be, we are going to divide it with that number. If the number is not even, in that case what we need to do, we need to subtract, like x raised to power 3, then we are subtracting it, x raised to power 5, then we are subtracting it, x raised to power 7, then we are going to subtract it. So in that case what we will do, sum minus equals to x double star I divided by I. Now what will happen in this loop, what will be the problem? Problem is that if you write like this, then what will happen, let's suppose user has given the value of x as 2 and n as, let's suppose, 3. What will happen, range function, how it will be executed, range n plus 1, n plus 1 means 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1 will become 4. Okay, so 4, so range 4 will return how much value, 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, oh sorry, 3 up to 3 it will return. So what we are noticing that x raised to power 0 is not needed here, because x raised to power 0 is not like 1 plus, it is not starting with 1 plus. 1 can be created at x raised to power 0, because anything's value power 0 is always 1. That's why in previous program 1 plus was the starting of the series. That's why we have started this range function with 0 to n. Okay, but in that case what we are noticing, that we need to start it with 1 at least, so that this 1 plus means the first term, that x raised to power 0 need not to be calculated. Okay, that's why in this case we need to change here first thing, so that our first term, that is x raised to power 0, is not calculated. Otherwise what will happen, this series will calculated like this, for I equals to 0, then let's suppose this list will be coming like this, 0 1 2 3, then first time I will be 0, then 0% 2 is always 0, and then sum will be become what, x raised to power 0 means 2 raised to power 0 divided by I value is 0. Okay, so 2 raised to power 0 is what, 1 divided by 0, which will be the infinite number. Okay, so this term is not needed here actually, x raised to power 0. That's why we can start the loop from the 1 only. Okay, so we are correcting it again and changing its range function. So range function, you know what arguments it takes. It takes 3 arguments. First is start, second is stop, and third is step. If you don't know, then you should know that the range function, you might attend theory classes in which the for loop is explained. Or in range function we take 3 arguments, start, stop and step. If you don't pass the start argument, by default it will be 0. If you don't pass the stop argument, then it will be by default n, and if you don't pass the step argument, then by default it will be 1. So here we are passing 1 raised to power n plus 1, so that we don't get the 0 here. So now the range function will return what? Range function will become like this, range 1 to 4. In that case, what it will return? 1 2 3 it will return, up to n minus 1 it returns. So 1 2 3 is the value. Now this time 0 will not come, I value will become the 1, and 1% 2 is only 1, that's why it is a odd number, that's why it will false, and we will come here. Now what will happen? It will, x will be subtracted, but what we need to do, this is the exceptional case. We have noticed that the, if the power of the x is 1, in that case x is adding, but 2 onwards, the power 2 onwards, the even, if the power is even number, then it is getting added, and if the power is odd number, then it is getting subtracted. But for the 1 is the x raised to power 1, then 1 is the odd number, but this term is getting added. This is an exceptional case. What we need to do, we need to handle it carefully, so that we need to change one more time. So that what we need to do, we need to start the loop from 2, and we need to add this value of the x as it is into the sum variable that we have created. So what we will do, we will not initialize the sum variable with 0, instead we will initialize it with x, so that x is already added into the sum variable, and from 2 to nth value, what we will do, we will add the and subtract the term as per the even odd logic. So what I am going to do, I am need change one more time. So I am doing the changes again and again, so that you can get the idea how to write the logic. Okay, otherwise I could have written this program at the first attempt also. So I am going to write the x here, and then I will start the our for loop from 2 value onwards, 2 to n plus 1. Now this program will work fine. Now let me show you how it will be working fine. Now what will happen? Now sum, let's suppose user has inputted x value 2 and n value 3, then sum will become initially 2. So sum will become initially, what it will become? Sum will become 2, because sum equals to x is written. Now for loop will execute, range function will give us like this, range 2 to n plus 1 means 3. So it will execute from 2 to n minus 1, n minus 1 3 minus 1. So 2 to 2 it will start. So it will only return the item that is 2 in the list. So this time what will happen, 2 will come in the I, and 2% 2, it is even number, so it will return true. What will happen, sum value is 2 already, it will add this value into the sum. So x value is what? 2, 2 double star I value is what? 2, 2 double star 2 divided by I value is what? 2. So this will be the expression, this will be the new sum value. So 2 plus 2 raised to power 2 is 4 divided by 2. So 2 plus 2 equals to 2. So the sum value will become now the 2. New sum value will become 2 again, because this expression evaluated at 2, and now the value in this list is only 1. So what will happen, only 2 value is there, and that is only 1 value in this list. So this for loop will not execute further, and the sum value will become 2, and we will print it at the bottom. Okay, it is little bit difficult to understand, so please watch practical number 5 and 6, so that you can get the idea. If you are directly watching this practical without going through the practical number 5 6, then it might be little bit difficult for you to understand what I am telling, because if you know these practicals very well, then it will be very easy for you to understand this. Otherwise it is little bit difficult. Okay, now let me take some other example and show you how it is helping us to calculate. Now let's suppose user has given 2 here, and here 5 value is given. Now let's suppose, so x value is 2, n value is 5. Sum value will become what? Sum equals to x is written, so sum value initially will become 2. Okay, why we have added this term I already explained, because for the power of x raised to power 1, we need, this is the exceptional case, and we need to add this, because for other even odd powers we are subtracting it. That's why we have already initialized it with 2, so that we can start the loop from 2 onward, and our even odd logic should work. That's why we have done like this. So sum I have initialized with 2. Now range function will return what? Range function will be 2 to n, 2 to n plus 1. N plus 1 is what? 5 plus 1, 6. So it will return list up to 2, 3, 4, 5. So this time list I have some ample number of elements to understand this logic. So now this time list is having that values, what? 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now one value will come in I. So first time 2 will come in this variable I percent 2% 2 is 0 even. So some value will become what? Sum is equals to, some value is already 2, 2 plus x double star I, 2 double star I value is 2 divided by 2. So it will become 2 plus 2 raised to power is 4, 4 divided by 2, that is 2 plus 2, that is 4. So some value will become 4 after the first execution. Now this else will not execute, we will, our loop will continue, and next time 3 will come in this I. 3 will come, then this condition will become false, because 3% 2 is not 0, it is 1, remainder is 1. That's why sum equals to sum value is what? 4 minus x double star I, 2 double star 3 divided by 3. So 4 minus 2 raised to power 3 is what? 8. 8 divided by 3. Then it will be something 4 minus 3 to the 4, 3 to the 6, then 2.66, something like that. So this value will become 1.33. Okay, 1.33 is the sum value. So next sum value will become 1.33. Now next time again this loop will execute with the value 4. I value becomes 4. So 4% 2 is equals to 0, because 4 is completely divisible by 2. That's why this will execute. Sum will become what? 4 on 1.33, sums existing value 1.33 plus this time add, because if the power of the x is even number, then we are adding. If power of x is odd number, then we are subtracting, as per our question. Okay, so plus 2 raised to power 4, 2 double star 4 divide by 4. This is how. Then 1.33 plus 2 raised to power 4 is what? 16. 16 divided by 4, that is 1.33 plus 4, that is 5.33. This is how this will be executed. Now next time 5 will come, and 5 is a odd term, this condition will fall, this line will be executed. This line means sum equals to sum value is what? It was 5.33. so 5.33 minus what? 2 raised to power 5, 2 double star 5 divided by 5, that is 5.33 minus 2 raised to power 5 is 32 divided by 5. So 5.33 minus what will happen? 5 6 ja 36.4. So 5.33 minus 6.4, if you subtract, it will be result in minus 1 point something it will come. Okay, so this is how the sum value will be. Now there is no element left in the list, so sum value printed, and it will print minus 1 point something. Okay, so this is how this loop will solve our problem. I think you got the logic. Now we will try to write the Python code and understand it. Okay, I am directly going to write the Python code, because I have already shown you steps to calculate it. Okay, so let me go ahead and type the Python code. So here I am going to write. First of all, we need to take the input from the user. X equals to, it will be integer value, input, enter the okay, so enter the value of x. Now n equals to integer, input, enter the value of n. Now what we need to do, some variable we will create, sum equals to x we will put, I have explained you how why we need to put the x here. Now we will apply the for loop for I in range start from 2 onwards. I already explained why to start from the 2, why to add x here. If you didn't get, please go and watch the video from the last 10 minutes. And then what we need to do, if we need to check if the I value is divisible by 2, that means even term, then we need to add the term x double star I raised to power I. Okay, and then if here the odd term is odd, in that case what we need to do, sum minus equals to x double star I divided by I, and at the end of this loop we will print the value of sum is, and then what we will do, this is how you can write. If you don't want to write this complete logic, I have already given you the alternate to this problem in my practical number 6, and if you still want, I need to give here, I am just writing. I hope you will understand it. So you can directly write sum plus equals to minus 1 double star I. Okay, then what you need to do, minus 1 raised to power I into x raised to power I divided by I. This is how you write. In case of the odd term, it will be minus 1, so the term will be subtracted. In case of the I is 1, because minus 1 raised to power minus 1 raised to power minus 3 raised to power minus 1 raised to power 5, it will be minus 1 only. And in case of minus 1 raised to power 2 equals to minus 1 raised to power, it will be 1. That's why in case of value of the I is odd, then it will be subtracted automatically. In case of I value is even, it will be added automatically. Okay, so you can write the same line here, x double star I. If you don't want to write the logic, that is I have given here, that is even odd number, then you can also write like this. Okay, if you didn't get, please watch in my last video, I have explained how to write this. I have already explained here also how it will be automatically adding or subtracting the even odd terms, if you are not want to write this much code. Okay, so it is alternate. I am going to explain this because it is simple to understand for the non mathematical background students also. Okay, so let me go ahead and run this code in the editor. Now I am on my editor. I have typed this code for you. X equals to integer, enter value of x, and sum equals to x. I have already given I in range 2 raised to power 2 to n plus 1, I percent 2, then we are adding I percent 2 is equals to not 0, that means odd number, then we are going to subtract it, and then we are printing the sum. Okay, so let me run this and show you. So let me try to run the value of x is 2 and try to enter the value of x is n is 3, then it's printing sum equals to 1.PP. Okay, so this is how this will work. And now let's try some other terms. Let me try 2 raised to power 4, then it will return 5.33. Let me try 2 raised to power 5, it will be a negative term, 2 and 5, it is minus 1.06. I have already explained this, how a minus term will come, because in this case I have explained this example while I was explaining the steps of the writing the program. Okay, so how it is going to work, I have given ample explanation on that, and you may watch the explanation by going back to video if you didn't getting how this value is calculating. Okay, rough idea I am giving. First x and let's suppose 2, and you have entered 5 here, then some value will initially become 2, then this range function will return 2, 3, 4, 5, each time. First time 2 will come in I, next time 3, 4, 5, and this logic will run. If I value is even, then it will be added, and if I value is odd, then it will be subtracted. Now let me explain it with the logic that I have shown you without writing the if else. Okay, so let me comment this and show you how to write it without if else. So it is interesting to solve this problem without if else. If you have understood the logic, plus equals to, what we need to do, we need to do -1 and then double star I. This will be -1 will be -1 if it is odd, and if the I value is even, then it will be positive. Okay, I have already shown you how it is positive. Then what we need to do, x double star I divide by I. This term will remain same as it is, there is no change in that, and that's all. Write those brackets. Now it will work very similar what we have. Let's write 2 raised to power 3. It is written 1.33 as previously it was written. 2 raised to power 4, it will written 5.33, and 2 raised to power 5, it will written minus 1.06. See here, same thing is returning. That's why this logic also is good and this logic also is good. So both the logics I have explained. I am giving some brief idea how it is going to work so that you can get it, understand it. So x value, let's suppose entered 2, and n value, let's suppose entered 3. In that case, some value will become 2 initially, and this range will return 2 raised to power 2 to 4. So it will return 2 and 3 in this list. First time I will become 2. So what will happen, sum equals to, sum is value is 2 plus -1 raised to power I value is 2. So -1 raised to power 2 star x value is what, 2 raised to power 2 divide by 2, like this. So -1 square is 1 into 4 divided by 2, so it will become 2, and plus 2 is already adding, so 2 plus 2, that is 4. Okay, next time 3 will come, so this loop will execute for 3. What will happen, 2 plus -1 raised to power 3 into 2 raised to power 3 divided by 3. -1 raised to power 3 will -1, so 2 raised to power minus 2 raised to power 3 by 3, so 2 minus 8 by 3, that will become, sorry, the value of the sum was initially, it was I think 4, it was updated, some value was updated 4, so 4 minus, so it will be 4 minus 8 by 3, 4 minus 8 by 3 will what, 2.66, so it will become 1.33. That's why the output 1.33 was coming for the 2 raised to power 3. See here. So both the terms, both the logics are fine. Whatever you like, whatever easy for you, do it with that logic. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any doubt, please comment in the video. If you like the video, please share it with your friends or classmates, and so that they can also get benefited. Thank you. See you in the next class.